Richard, it's the eve of Royal Ascot, your strongest ever two-year-old team heading down there. Let's start with Mal, who made a winning debut at Carlisle. How's he been since, and what are your sort of thoughts about where you're going to go with him?
Yeah, as you know, we're starting to enter at Ascot today, and already, what are we? It's not even 11 o'clock, and there's 28 entries in the Coventry. So you tend to sort of multi-enter. Assume everybody will do the same. But we'll put him in the Norfolk and the Windsor Castle and have a work from there and see what we think. There is a little bit of a bogey. They're talking about a lot of rain, sort of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that'll probably make us enter a little bit more than we usually would. But we'll just have to see what rain comes and then make a decision close to the time.
Did he do what you expected him to do at Carlisle?
We expected him to win, yes. I mean, he was quite an expensive breezer purse, I'd say expensive 140 grand, which is an awful lot of money in my world, but in the breezer world it's not. But he did his job, and I'm sure he'll improve a lot more for that run, you know.
And I know you're excited about it. Another Carlisle winner, Empress Son. Where are you thinking with him?
Yeah, he'll just have one entry. No, apologies. He will be put in the Coventry and the Norfolk. But if I was picking now, I would sort of think the Coventry. But look, that can all change if it turned up soft ground and different things. And but his work was very good at home. We were very pleased with him, and we'll make a decision close to the time. But they all did their sort of final serious bit of work yesterday. And everything's worked great. We've been delighted with them.
Fantastic. And he did well to win at Carlisle, didn't he, when you consider what happened at the start and an experienced rival grabbed the rail? A lot went against him and he still got the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it was more, he sort of got knocked over coming out the gates, and it sort of half set him alight. You know, as Oisin said, for the first furlong and a half there, he was just taking him on a little bit, because he's not like that. But I don't blame him there for sort of being a bit keen and doing everything a little bit sideways, but he battled away and stuck his head down and had a good go. He beat a horse, a 2-5 shot, that supposedly had quite a long reputation, big reputation. So we couldn't knock him really, but he breezed yesterday. We were delighted with him.
Golden Mind, Richard, he got it done late at Leicester. Perfect Power's half brother.
Yeah, he's quite a laid back character, real sort of not really tuned in like Perfect Power was. When I say tuned in, he's quite relaxed, and well, Perfect Power was a bit like, but he just doesn't work with natural speed. But yesterday he did his best piece of work now yesterday. You know, the 2 runs have probably really helped him and tuned him in. But I'd say we'll just run him in the Chesham there. He came home well at Carlisle, and there's no reason why to think he was stopping at Carlisle, and I think the step up to 7 will really suit him. Yeah.
And if he goes Chesham, Matt Nook is also in the frame for that. And it was an eye-catching debut, a big-time form P he's got for the back of the Windsor run.
Yeah, he sat in the gates when they opened and they'd gone. He was 4 lengths out the back door there, and came home well. Look, it'll be tough on him, but the owner's very keen to have a go. He's qualified for it, so we will sort of head that way and let him take his chance.
And Richard, Bombay Bazaar, we saw winning at Beverley on Saturday. A really progressive horse. I mean, you were thinking Windsor Castle. Is that still the thought?
Again, we'll probably get 2 entries there, Norfolk and Windsor Castle. The thing with the Windsor Castle is it's a great race, but you tend to find it's the biggest field. And as the draw goes on during the week, you find 10 probably don't have a chance from the draw. So sometimes you might be better off running in the supposedly better race, where the draw is not so much an advantage. That's what we've sort of found over the years. We tend to find that the Windsor Castle does fill, and the draw is vital. But as I say, we will stick him in both races as well, and just make a decision close to the time.
When a horse takes you by surprise, a little bit like he has, is he the sort who just could continue on improving?
Yeah, he ran a good solid race first time. We were pleased with him. I mean, he was a homebred horse that's never been to the sales, and you know, all of this is a huge experience for them. But he was a little bit of a playboy. When I said playboy, he was always messing about and thinking it was all a game. So two reasons for him improvement would be he's never been off the farm till he came to us, and he'd never been off Musley Bank. So mentally, that would do him a world of good just to get away. But his work has been getting better. Like everything else, his best piece of work was just before Beverley, so he is progressing. So, and you say surprised me. He is surprised me a little bit. But I felt at Beverley at no stage was he going to get beat. I always felt comfortable that he'd come home. So he's a good hardy horse that knows how to win. So he deserves his chance.
Midnight Affair won the Hillary Needler on that card. She looks exciting.
Yeah, we like her a lot. Unlike sort of a few of the other ones, she's quite a laid-back filly, and but her work is very good here. She's got an awful lot of natural speed, and I haven't got her off the bridle at home here yet. No, she's one of the rarities there. Her work companions are older horses there, just to get her going a bit quicker. You know, she plays with my fillies now. But I thought it was a good, solid performance the other day, and I thought she'd improve again. Always felt she was in control of the race. You sound silly as a trainer. You think she's quite good, but you expect him to go to the races and sort of pretend it's a piece of work and just work her all over everything. But she did it well. I think the ground was just quickish enough for her now, if that makes sense, or she was trying to get herself organised in it. But at no stage did I feel she was going to get beat, and I've no doubt she'll improve again.
Richard, Pretty Crystal got the job done nicely at Ripon, which is going to be an awkward tack for a debutant.
Yeah, I remember Peter used to be always telling me that if you want to get a good one beat, send it to Ripon. But look, she did it well, and it would have done her a world of good. Again, another homebred filly. When I say homebred, she's never been off the farm or never left our place till she went to Ripon. Her work was very good the other morning. I was quite impressed with her. So her Ascot date was booked after she galloped, but she'll definitely go for the Albany.
And I'm pronouncing this appalling, I'm sure. Flatchy Nello won at Catterick last start, but looked a good maiden for the track.
Yeah, there was a lot of fancied ones in it, a little bit on her head. Look, I've got to speak to the Ammo team. They've got an awful lot of good 2-year-olds. I'd say, looking at it, she might have an entry in the Albany. It looks like we need to go 6, because she looked like that the other day. They went very quick, and all she did was outstay them in the death. But she worked okay. I wouldn't say she's worked sparkling now, but as I say, I'll speak to the Ammo team and see what they're thinking.
Richard, it's a tremendous team heading down there. If I was to twist you around, which one are you most excited about heading down to Royal Ascot?
If the 2 fillies, Midnight Mile and Pretty Crystal, and on homework, the 2 calls, which would be Empress Son and is it called Golden Mind, yeah, the horse that won it last time.